99 FM, your inspiration station. Top of the morning to you. It is TGIF Friday, one of the best days of the week for me. And of course, we do have a family meeting later this afternoon where President Hagilolo will be convening a family meeting. Please do not miss that family meeting. Speaking of which, we do have Samanthé in studio, Samanthé Heyns. I hope I pronounced that one right.
That's correct.
And she's undoubtedly one of the brightest marketing brains in the land of the brave. Currently, now get this. Let's quickly gush over Samanthé just a hot second. She currently serves as the brand manager for a Namibian beer brand called Tafel Lager. If you don't know, well, now you know. She has previously worked for big brands ranging from Coca-Cola, Puma Energy, Pupkovit's motor division. Now, Samanthé holds a bachelor's degree in marketing from Demlin and an advanced diploma in digital marketing from the Red and Yellow Creative School of Business. Samanthé, thank you so much for gracing us with your presence this morning. Goeiemorgen, it is TGIF. Plans for the Friday?
Thank you very much for inviting me.
What are we doing today?
Exciting.
What are we doing today?
Well,
aside from the family meeting later today.
Well, always later at 5 o'clock we have a Tafel Lager.
We have a Tafel Lager. Drink responsibly. Alcohol not to be sold by people under the age of 18. That's a disclaimer. So Samantha, let's get straight into it. This is about you. We want to know, the person behind the person, right? Tell us a bit about yourself. Where were you born? Where were you raised? How you were raised, even if that's,
Yeah. Well, born in Rehoboth.
Okay.
Moved to Windhoek when I was about 5 years old. So I've been in Windhoek for pretty much most of my life. Youngest of 4.
Are the other 3 boys?
No,
Oh, okay.
one brother
Okay.
and 2 sisters. One passed away. Pretty much a mother to 2 boys.
Right.
And I'm a wife.
Right.
Which is awesome. And yes, I'm a friend. I'm a colleague. I mean.
You're everything to everyone.
Yes.
Of course. Now, growing up, like, you were born in Rehoboth. You came to Windhoek when you're 5 years old. What were your aspirations? What did you want to do? Like, how as kids are like, I want to be a doctor. I want to be a pilot. What was it that got you all giddy as a child?
Well, typical. I wanted to be a teacher.
Okay.
And I wanted to focus on the 6-year-olds and right up till the age of about 16 years old, I was considering studying to be a teacher.
Education, yeah.
Yeah, education. And I was like, this is it.
Right.
And as you get older and you are exposed to a lot of things, you start living your creative side and stuff
Right.
like that. And then the marketing bug bit me. And it's like, okay, there's more, there's creativity, there's excitement, things don't need to have to be always the same, and I don't like having my day the same every day, so I drive a different route to work, to create excitement.
Are you being followed by the mafia or something?
Nah,
Or something?
it's just,
Right.
just don't want to end up in complacency.
Right, okay, that's a very interesting perspective there.
And then I decided, marketing is the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how long have you been in this space, in the marketing space?
Well, since 2005.
Right.
After studying.
Right.
Yeah.
So ever
I'm
since
giving
then,
away my age. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So ever since then, you're just like, this is for me. This is what I want to do.
Yeah.
This is it.
And the beauty about marketing is there's so many different levels or touch points,
Right.
as we would call it as a typical marketeer.
Yeah.
And there's so many, and
Right.
everyone has got a purpose, and which is exciting. So yes.
In my introduction, I touched a bit on you did an advanced diploma in digital marketing, which again speaks to how the industry is changing and how much you need to upskill as much as you can. Talk to us a bit about that.
So it's learning is a continuation, especially when it comes to marketing, and even so much more when you in a industry that's a social lubricant like
Right.
beer. So things continuously change. That's why it's called the FMCG industry.
Right.
And so you have to adapt. And one of the things that we know and what has come that's become very evident in the past 18 months is digital transformation.
Right.
So I was fortunate enough to be a bit ahead of the curve, identified the opportunity already in 2018 and jumped on the bandwagon.
Look at you. Speaking of opportunity, At any point in your formative years, did you have a side hustle?
Well, my main hustle was perfecting the art of being a mother and a wife
Right.
for
Okay.
about a decade.
Yeah.
But there has been something, and now more than ever, it's the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
How has that worked for you? I mean, again, we understand that you do have a full-time employment. Not to say that you do have a side hustle now, but you know, when you were in the process to where you are right now, you know, the earlier years, was your side hustle a very pivotal? Was it did it take up a lot of your time?
No, it didn't. So
That's
yes,
why it's a side hustle.
yeah, so that's why it's a side hustle. It shouldn't take up too much of your time. You should identify the opportunity, latch on it, and run with
move.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
you must move on it because things are changing so quickly, and you know what's news today is old news tomorrow.
Right.
So latch on, seek the opportunity, latch onto it, and run with it.
Right.
And that's the way it should be.
You have mentioned that you are a mother, and you as well as you are a wife. In addition to that, what gets you out of bed on a daily basis?
Besides being a mother, you know, the beauty of the brand that I'm working on is it's Namibian and crafting or seeking all those nuances from Namibian consumers.
Right.
That opportunity, also engaging with people, various people. I mean, stakeholders, consumers. Children, whatever. There's always this opportunity to engage with people and to absorb as much as much insights as possible.
Right.
So that gets me.
People generally have a misconception, not a misconception. People generally have a thing of, I know what marketing is, I know what brand management is, but talk to us a bit about the most fulfilling aspect of your job when you go to work and that 5 o'clock, or when you even pull in the extra hours, when you leave home, it's like, wow, I did that.
The beauty of telling a story, a Namibian story.
See, we're talking about telling Namibian stories.
Yeah. The beauty of telling a Namibian story through a Namibian brand. That's what fulfills me. It's the opportunity to see gems and opportunities within Namibia. Taking that and putting a marketing flair to it and telling that story through a brand.
Yo. We do need to go to a quick song. When we do get back, we're going to be talking about tips on your job. Like just share some insights. Well, not industry secret or company secrets, but Whitney Houston saying it's not right, but it definitely is okay. Whitney Houston saying it's not right, but it's okay. It's okay. Are you a big Whitney Houston fan?
Yeah.
Samantha?
Who isn't? 80s babies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yesterday we were doing I'm Every Woman, and Sibo decided I'm Every Woman. Like I really decided, like I was singing, busting those notes. I think in my previous life I may have been a Whitney Houston.
Your best would be I Wanna Dance with Somebody.
Yo. Watch me bust the move there. So, Samanthé Heyns, you are... I just didn't know that you're the person behind the brand. Now that I know, I'm going to be calling you. Anyway, how do you stay on top of your game? You know, I mean, can you share some tips with us? If there's a young lady or young person, young Namibian listening to you, and it's like, wow, that's such an inspiring story. How do you stay on top of the game?
So, getting to know people. Your key one thing as a Namibian is get to know people, network as much as possible, because getting to know other people in other industries and getting to know other people and different races and different tribes, you get insights.
Right.
Insights is the key. You might think digital transformation is the key. Without the insights, you won't be able to take a brand on a journey.
Right.
So always open your ears and listen. Don't just hear.
Listen.
Listen.
Are you listening? Let's pivot a bit. You are, again, behind the brand Tafel Lager. It is 100% Namibian. I mean, growing up, I grew up with Tafel Lager. In just, when people spoke beer, it was Tafel Lager. This is... and stuff, beer. I knew what it was as a child.
I hope you were above the age.
Yeah, I was above 18 years old. Yes, of course I was.
Responsible consumption.
Yes, responsible consumption. What are some of the exciting developments with the Tafel Lager brand at the current moment?
So you know that Tafel is very much enrooted into the Namibian culture
Right.
and the fabrics, and as you've rightfully mentioned, from a young age,
Yeah.
you got to know the word or the brand Tafel
Right.
Lager. So as we are also heading to 100 years in a couple of, it's about 7 years time, we will be at 100 years in
Wow.
existence. That gives you an indication that the provenance and the heritage of Tafel Lager. So what we do generally is we tell Namibian stories through different campaigns, whether it's Namibian Like You, whether it's Namibian's finest lager, whether it's the beer behind the brave warriors, whether it's independence, rewarding Namibian consumers with national consumer promotions. All those stories that we tell about Namibian consumers, we try to bring it out
Right.
through the brand. So it's all things about Namibians, for Namibians, and
By
that's why
Namibians.
it's called Namibian Like You.
And again, so 7 years, Tafel Lager is turning 100. Can I RSVP already now for the party in 7 years?
Well-
can I just send the invite? I'll RSVP now, and then 7 years we go to the party. Okay. Anyway, before we let you go, Samantha, what are your hopes for the future of Namibia?
Guys, if there's one thing that I can tell you, yes, COVID came, it has highlighted the gaps. But we're here as a royal hustler. I want to tell you, take those gaps and see them as opportunities.
Right.
Seize them, because now's the time. Progressive Namibians, now is the time. Take it, seize it, and run with it.
Well, there you have it. Our royal hustler, Samanthé Heyns, saying that seize every opportunity and seize the moment, upskill, do what you need to do. Thank you very much, Samantha, for your time. I really, really, really appreciate it. And I'm sure that a lot of our listeners appreciate your story and your time.
Thank you very much for having me here.
That was Samantha. She's going to be having a TGIF Friday. Just a reminder, we do have a family meeting later today. Samantha and I we're gonna be there. So just WhatsApp us. So just a quick reminder again, she is the brightest marketing brains in the country, well, one of, and currently serving as brand manager for Namibian beer brand Tafel Lager. She previously worked for big brands such as Coca-Cola, Puma, Phuket Motor Division. She does have a bachelor's degree in marketing from Demlin and advanced diploma in digital marketing from the Red and Yellow Creative School of Business. That was our Royal Hustler for today. Catch us on the other side of 8 o'clock.